Hello, everybody. I am Empty Wisdom. I'm here with a good guest. You want to introduce yourself?
Hola. No, they've got to guess or read the title.
Yeah, they are. We're going to be randpoking today. You ready?
Yeah, give me something.
Zorua.
Zorua? That's a bit easy, but sure. Okay, we can go nuts with that. We can go nuts with that.
Yeah. What
Zorua.
set do you like on Zorua?
I have never fucking used this in my. Well, I've used it in black and white, but I've never used it in like Gen 9. You know?
Yeah.
Um, and like half the fun of it in black and white for me was like it has pursuits,
Hmm.
and you don't really ever see where the pursuit is coming from, since you can disguise it as something else. So what seems like a safe switch out from, like, say, a Chinchou that's in against you, you just get like that kind of weird chip from just random ass pursuits.
Yeah.
And it's usually enough to like put certain things into ranges of other strong attackers. Looking at the move pool here though. Uh obvious, like, does it get Nasty Plot? It should, right? Yeah, it
It
does. So
does,
it has
yeah.
Nasty Plot. You have Calm Mind. You have, oh, you have Encore.
Ooh.
Oh, that's always a good move. Okay, that's something we gotta keep in mind. Holy shit,
Random
you get
things could
Encore.
encore. Yeah.
Yeah. Pain Split is always fun. Protect is never fun. Well, it usually is, actually. Um, I mean, the obvious choice is like going with some Sword Stance set or Nasty Plot set. Alternatively, a good Scarfer, probably. Especially since you can go mixed with Knockoff and U-Turn,
Well, it has Sucker Punch.
which is, it does have Second Punch. That's why Sword Stance is also like kind of. Uh, there's Well, we haven't actually seen too many new Stunkies that, like, Stunky hasn't really popped that much off it. But that would be like the most annoying mon for a Sucker Punch set, bar like me and Fu, obviously, but that's something you just Terra for.
Yeah.
Uh,
We could do knockoff
because both
U-turn.
Wingull and Diglett should die to Sucker. Knock off U-turn?
Yeah. Knockoff U-turn and
Yeah.
disguise it as Mienfu.
What would that bait? In theory, that can bait Gothita.
Yeah.
Uh, Gothita. What else would we want to discuss? Because we want to take. But we also want things that would bait fighting me. Like, people would think we're disguising our sorrow, and so it would bait specifically probably knockoff, actually. Because that's usually the safest move into these kind of situations where like you get some sort of value regardless. So something that kind of benefits from tanking a knockoff.
Well, what about Fungus? We could do a trick scarf set,
Okay.
bait in Fungus, and then trick it.
Okay. Yeah. That is not a bad option. Disguising as Mienfu and then baiting in Fungus. Problem there is that usually you're gonna see. I'm assuming that most people are gonna stay in with Fu on Fu, go for a fake out or a knockoff, especially into Sora. They're gonna go for a fake out, and so you're not gonna really get that kind of lead situation.
Yeah. Hmm.
And so the question begs: do we keep Mienfu in the back? Do we lead at that? Like, if we want a sequence like that to work, we'd have to have the Sora disguised as Mienfu. So we need a team structure that wouldn't immediately have to go into the Mienfu that we will have as our last mon. And so something where we lead, say, Fungus or Marini or Coughing or Larvesta against the Mienfu. They bring in a likely check, which is going to be something along the lines of Glimmet, Wallaby, Mudbray, opposing Fungus. And we U-turn, either get T spikes up, give them stamina. At that point, depending on. You don't know, I'm too stuck on the lowest angle. If you go the fungus angle, if you lead the fungus in the main food, they click fake out, they click U-turn, and go into their own fungus probably. Or they click knock off, tag the spore, and then go into their own fungus. At this point, we're probably gonna have to. We need a mon that kind of takes advantage of that at that point. If you want to leave fungus, that just seems like a horrible line in general. So that's probably not a way to go.
Right.
Have you considered? But if you go with a Larvesta line, if you make this like a Larvesta Zorua team, put in the Larvesta, let's just put in Toad School as well because we do need that. We do
What do
need
you think
that
about this
speed
set?
control.
I'm about to send you it.
Yep, Discord or
on Showdown.
Oh, you said on higher. Yep. Weakness policy. My main issue there is that what moves get proc on U-turn. Okay, that's actually. How likely do we think that is? That might be kind of likely into like Wallaby, actually. That's something we can probably to an extent force. Yeah, that's very likely into Wallaby, actually. Oh. Okay.
What would Wallaby U-turn on?
That's the question. Usually it would knock first. That's the problem. It would U-turn on
Glimmet.
A slower mon that can one-hit KO. That can't do much back. Sandshrew Alola is like the best example I have.
Okay.
And that is assuming that it is U-turn Wallaby. Most Wallaby nowadays seems to be nasty plot, and in that regard, we kind of don't want weakness policy.
Yeah, it is kind of fishy.
Let's just go immediately into say Marini. We U-turn, we go into our main food. They're gonna assume that we're gonna knock off the end of tricky. Yeah, that works. If they don't, they go Mudbray. And we can still get off of fairly valuable. Okay, so but I think if you lead Larvesta, if you do Larvesta with the Scarp Sorrow trick situation that we were thinking of.
Okay, yeah.
Because it obviously beats out like lead me info, it beats out me. Lead Wallabies would be a little bit more annoying, but we need a good Wallaby answer regardless. So if we say we have the four of Sorwa, Larv, Toad School, and Think. Nothing more than that at the moment. I'm just plopping them into my builder just to have a visual.
Okay.
Like this kind of. We lead Larvesta, right? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and then we need to have a Mienfu because we need to have a Mienfu in the back. We lead Larvesta into say a lead Mienfu on their end. They'll immediately go into if they have it, they'll immediately go into Marini, at which point we just U-turn and we can U-turn into our Sorua and immediately get pressure on that Marini with Trick, which is worse for them than tanking a knock. Or we can just knock if we want to, that's also an option. Alternatively, they go into like, there is a world where they go into like Scarf, Grow Life immediately, at which point U-turning into Sorua and them thinking it's Mienfu will still give us a good trick or a knock on either a fungus or a Marini. Like regardless how we go about it, we're gonna get some sort of progress for a Lavesta or a Mienfu to be a late game sweeper.
I see that.
More likely than not. And that kind of lead scenario could be kind of fun to build around.
So what's
and with
number
that,
6?
like having
Gothita?
Gothita seems like a good choice so far. We have, if you go Toadtink, Larv, then we have Hazard Removal, we have a good Mudbray switching in Toadschool, we have a good Volby switching in Tinkatink, as long as it's 16 speed Tink. So having double U-turn with, not actually triple U-turn with Gothita would be nice. Yeah. And it also lets us remove the hazard setters more easily so that Toadschool can spin more reliably, which is usually the whole point of most of the Larvesta structures, to my knowledge. Yeah, no, I like that. Yeah, Gothita 6 seems like a good choice.
Okay.
Zorua, True Scarf, Illusion, Knockoff, U-turn, Trick. What would be our best last move, you think?
The import set has Sucker Punch.
Okay, Sucker Punch, do we do that on Scarf or do we go with something else? We are often gonna click Trick, so we might lose our Scarf relatively often. So in that regard, it might actually be, just going. Yeah, and also going with 36 HP, so we reached 21. So that with rocks up, for example, or with a spike up, we can still bluff being a Toadschool or a Mienfoo or a Gothita, because they have similar HP values, and so people are still going to think that it is that mon coming in.
Yeah.
Regardless of hazard damage. Obviously, it doesn't work with rocks with Toad and Mienfoo to resist, but it does work with rocks and Gothita, and it does work with spikes.
Other than Sucker Punch, I
say
think our
toxic
options
spikes.
are Taunt or Encore.
Yeah. Oh, Scarf Encore is also something that could be nice to having because Scarf Encore is like but also after we've given away our item with Trick, having Encore could be really nice for like say Wallaby with Nasty Plot if we are worried about that just winning a speed tie versus Tinkatink.
Yeah.
It's still great, like I don't see double Encore with Trapper going wrong. It just seems like such a fun combination. Should we do that?
We can.
Nocturne, Trick,
Do we
Encore.
really need the Sucker
We can see if
Punch?
it works.
We have Double Scarf, we
I
have
don't think we
Priority
need a
with
Super
Foo.
Punch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's run
Yeah,
it.
no, we probably don't need a Sucker Punch. Let's bring it. And then still Encore on Tinkatink, because I think currently if you want to run Tinkatink, you should probably have 16 speed and Encore.
Yep.
Since its main job is dealing with Wallaby, and most Wallabies are going to be Nasty Plot at the moment, so. So like Encore, Draining Case, Stealth Rock, and Knocko T-Wave last. Either is fine.
Do we need Knock? We have Zorua.
We have
Oh,
Zorua, we have Mienfoo.
do we have Knock on Toad?
Potentially. Probably not, seeing as we have Knock on everything else. We definitely need Giga Drain for Mudbray reasons. We probably need Earth Power for Glimmet and Marini, and more so actually Stunky reasons.
I can see
Stunky
that.
is slightly problematic at the moment. And with saying that, I also think that we should go with the Terra type on the Toadschool. That kind of goes well into Stunky.
Like Steel?
Yeah,
Fighting?
Steel or Steel or Fighting probably. Yeah, I'm not sure which one just yet. We got to check some cogs, I suppose. But I think Giga Drain of power, and then we might not actually need Dazzling Gleam on this one. That might not be necessary, and so we have the option to go with either Spore, Spikes, Gleam, Knockoff. All four seem relatively viable. Does it get Synthesis? That would be so heat. It does not get Synthesis.
That would be heat.
That is a shame. That's fine.
We could do Terra Ground on
I
Toad.
we can do Terra. Yeah, we can do Terra Ground on Toad. That's actually true. Yeah, seems like a decent idea.
That way we resist Gunk Shot, and we're neutral to Temper Flare, and we Oko with Earth Power after rocks.
Oh, oh no, that's a sentence I like. Yeah, let's do that. That's a good idea. Do we need much defense to tank 2 knockoffs? I think just 12 defense should be sufficient. No,
I would go 13.
13. Okay.
Well, I'll check 12. No, we can go 12.
I still don't know what 13 defense does. I know what 14 does against Diglett, but I've never seen like the calcs for 13 defense on Toad.
I think it's for Mudbray, like Mudbray close combat.
Maybe. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. That is something that we would like to be better into as well. So let's keep 13 then.
Okay.
36, 236, 36, 196. Um, let's see. We can come back to last move on that later. If we get, let's see, how many months have we finished on your screen? You're the one screen sharing, so
Yeah, I've got Zorua, Tank, Larvesta, Mienfu, and Goth.
yeah. Let's see, Sora. Also, we probably should see if we want some defensive investment on Zora, but I'm not entirely certain how much eventually.
For
If you
what
go
Pokemon?
Larvesta is like for Zorua.
Yeah, but for what?
Oh yeah. No, I was just thinking in general if it's something that we would actually like to have some for, but I don't know what that would be at the moment. So,
Okay.
wait, shit. Uh, Larvesta though. Flabblades, U-turn, Morning Sun, Will-O-Wisp Blast, or do you want to go with some sort of coverage?
What about like Trailblaze?
I do not mind Trailblaze. We need a good defensive terror then. That shouldn't be the most difficult to come up with.
Yeah.
What kind of... Let's see. How much HP and how much defense and how much speed are we talking? Since we have Trailblaze, I assume that we want 14 speed. We do want to deal with Mienfu, so I assume 16 defense.
Yep. And 23 HP is
There
good for
aren't
Stealth
too
Rocks.
many. Yeah. 24 is good for Morning Sun rolls, though. Because Morning Sun is a weather-based healing move, and so it rounds down the amount of HP that you get. So you regain 11 HP at 23, and you regain 12 at 24.
Oh, because it's a
So
weather
for
move.
specifically for defensive Larvesta, yeah. Specifically when we don't necessarily want to be taking Stealth Rock damage regardless, it doesn't really matter much to have that 1 HP difference in Stealth Rocks, but that 1 HP might matter for Morning Sun specifically.
Um,
Because we have a good spinner, we have something to remove the sellers in Gothita, and we are able to bait them in fairly well with Zorua and Larvesta.
yes.
Thoughts?
I
24
think
HP?
we should go 14 speed instead.
Oh
Because we
wait, what
have
spread do you have at the moment?
I have 76 HP, 236 plus defense, 76 SPDF, and 116 speed.
Yeah, I don't have the special defense. That's where we differ.
Oh, okay. Do you think we need it or no?
Yeah. I don't think we need that, no. That would be for specifically for Elekid, I suppose.
Yeah, but we're gonna
Which is not
Trailblaze
bad,
to be
but if we
faster than it.
Trailblaze, yeah. At that point, we'd rather just kill it regardless with like Flare or U-turn.
Right.
And we have Toad School for Elekid, and we have Gothita for Elekids.
Yep, and
and we
Mienthu
kind
to
of
an
have Sorrow.
extent.
Yeah.
Yep,
So I don't think that's the def is going to be too important. I think it's better to have 24 HP
okay, I'm down for it.
as long as we can keep rocks away. That is, but that shouldn't be a problem here. Think it's just a standard spread, I suppose, since we want to go special. What Terra do we think is going to be good for us on Larvesta?
I like grass.
We like grass. Let's go grass then.
That'll boost our
I'm down to
Trailblaze
try that.
damage.
Yeah. And ground so far on Toadstool. Sorrowa makes sense to just keep dark for knockoff damage if you need a good Scarfer. Tink.
Fairy
Do
or
that.
Ghost?
Ghost. Okay. Yeah, no, I can see that. Yeah. Ghost Tink. Let's see. Gathita. Do we want that to be the Terrablast ground set? Or do we want to just stick to like Psychic, Thunderbolt, and Energy Ball / Grass Knot for Mudbray?
Does it do more damage?
Oh yeah, Grass Knot does a lot more than Energy Ball, but it's specifically only for Mudbray. Everything else it wears into.
I don't think we struggle with Mudbray. We have Terra Grass on Larvesta and Toadstool.
Yeah, but we don't. It's just if you wanted easy removal early on. But yeah, no. I mean, it's not like it's gonna matter either way because both are 2 KO actually, so it doesn't matter. Let me just check the damage difference real quick. It's not that much of a difference either. It's 2 HP difference because it
Well,
has
that's
a
neat.
100 base power versus.
I'm gonna have to add that to the double trap post. I didn't know that that did more damage.
Yeah, it has 100 base power compared to 90 from an energy ball, and so you get a little bit more.
Okay, cool.
I've had teams where that actually ends up mattering, but for the most part, it's kind of neglectable. I don't know how to fucking say that. It's a word, I swear. So psychic, energy ball, thunderbolt, and trick.
Yeah.
Um,
We could do Terra
timid
Blast
or
Fire
modest.
to remove Shrew.
Yeah, in theory we can do that. I'm also on the fence because like Larvesta is probably one of the safest answers to Shrew, so we kind of don't necessarily need that. But
Okay, sure.
also I fucking hate Shrew and think it's one of the most busted things that exists at the moment. Don't quote me on that. No one quote me on that. But it is very strong. So running like timid with Terrafire, I'm down for that. So the way outspeed at +1.
Well, we have Larv and Fu.
You have lava and food. Yeah. I don't really consider food that good of a Sancho counter because that thing is gonna Terra Fairy or Terra Ghost or Terra Poison, and now what do you do?
Right.
So food is kind of like a fake answer. That's kind of how Terra works, I feel. But having the
Well,
option to click a Terra Blast Fire on an Unterra Shrew is not a bad option. So Terra
over
Blast
what though?
over which? Yeah. Uh,
I think we keep it how it is with Psychic Trick, Thunderbolt, Energy Ball, and
yeah.
just put faith in Larv.
Yes. Yeah, that's probably better actually. Okay, so Sorrow set, Tinkatink set, Larv set, and Gathita set. I'm thinking that we might want something along the lines of a Sword Stance fee.
I like that.
Not like fully up, just like a general like standard speedy food, defensive, but with sword stance instead of fake out.
Sword stance U-turn?
That would give up all sword stance U-turn, yeah. Like high jump kick, knockoff, U-turn, and sword stance. And then let's see, regenerator, a violet, and for the most part with how I usually play LC, but especially on a team like this, me and 3 is gonna be our main Chinchou answer.
Yeah.
So I think we end up I think going with something along the lines of like because I have a specific spread that I usually use because it has merits into specifically like volt switch.
Okay.
Uh here code this one.
Oh, okay. Sure.
We can also just go like drop the HP and go full 14 for that might also just be better.
I mean, I can
I
calc
can't
it.
remember anymore because it's a long time since I've done the calcs.
I like running the
We
weird
should probably
food,
calc
though.
that, yeah. Yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun. Chinchou, LC pivot. Let's see. Okay, so 112. Oh yeah, never mind. That spread doesn't work at all because you need 14 to make the difference, make a difference in the rolls, and so that's we do 14 SPDF.
Okay.
We do 14 SPDF.
21, 12, 14.
Yeah, 12, 14, and 17 speeds.
Gotcha.
21, 12, 14. Yeah. Terra type? Any notions?
I like electric.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest electric.
Cool.
Okay, that's unanimous then. We go Terra Electric on the Fu. And that leaves us with one Terra type on Sorua, which I still think like Dark seems still good. Can obviously go with like Fairy or Poison or Ghost if
We're fighting.
or fighting. Why would you go fighting? Oh wait, why
The
would you go
Terra
fighting?
Blast.
We don't have Terra Blast on the Sorua.
Yeah, I think we're married to
But yeah, that
Encore.
could be an option. Yeah, I'm kind of we've signed a prenup already. Like that's
Okay.
I am here for the double encore. Double
Yeah,
encore into Trapper sounds so fucking devious.
I like it.
That's
Okay, I like dark on it.
that's one of the nastier things we've done. Yeah. Yeah, Dark done. So we have a potent offensive scarfer if needed. And then last move on Toad School. We have
Hmm.
double encore and we have a trick. We have double trick actually as well. So going with like knockoff seems kind of unnecessary. We have triple knockoff. No, we have double knockoff and what do we
What
have last
about?
on Tinky Tink actually? Because we have
Oh, I put
do
knockoff.
we have yeah, okay. We have triple knockoff. And we have double trick. We don't need knockoff on the Toad School, probably. Do we go
Yeah,
with Spore to just add more fuckery to that? We go Spore?
I could see Spore. I could see
You have the
Spikes
option to.
too.
Yeah, I think Spikes too is like a really good option since we have triple U-turn and like so much like we're gonna force so many switches with Encore. So Spikes is also like kind of fun of an option, but Spore is very good to just like stop shit from sweeping us, I guess.
Leaf Storm has a chance to Oko Chinju, but I don't know if that's worth it.
Ooh. But doesn't Earth Power have that too if it Terra Ground?
Oh
Terra
yeah,
Ground
good
would also
call.
allow us to tank the Ice Beam more reliably.
It's the same roll.
So it's the same roll. Yeah, then I'd rather go Earth Power because like fucking hell, I'm not clicking Leaf Storm when I can click a 100% accurate move that doesn't drop my special attack. I
What
think
about
Spore or Spikes is usually going to be.
What
What
about
about
Sledge Bomb?
what's that do?
Poison
Let's
Full.
get into Fairy Shrew. Poison, but at that point it's like get rocks up and then just 2 KO with Dazzling Gleam.
True. Okay, I like Spore Spikes.
I think Spikes in general is better.
Okay. I'm down for that.
Spore is fun. It's still a toss up for me. I
We
think
don't have
Spikes
a
is better
game
just
plan for
because we
Spore.
forced so many switches, but I don't have a game plan for Spore. It's just like it's a good move.
Yeah.
Nothing else. And I think we have such a good game plan for most of the things that we'd like to click Spore on, regardless. Like me and Fizz coming in, we always have Larvesta and we'd rather get a chance to burn. Wallaby, we have both the Tinky Tink and we have Sorwa to an extent, and we do have Gothita that we do have an options with.
Yeah.
Oh, that's also like one of the better interactions that we have with Encore. Because you can Encore, say, Wallaby into Nasty Plot, immediately go into Gothita, and then trick the Scarf.
Yeah.
And now Wallaby is stuck in that Nasty Plot loop for however long. And so we can just like, you can get it down to the point where we just kill it with Energy Ball or Thunderbolt. Trick back the Scarf to the Gothita, and then get the kill.
Okay.
And you get the kill for free. And you don't have to
Yeah,
lose anything.
that's kind of nasty.
So yeah, we're set against Wallaby, we're set against Mienfu and versus Funky, if that ever is to come in for God knows what reason. We Terra and Earth Power, or just Earth Power for that matter. It's like that also works.
Yeah.
So you don't necessarily need Spore, I guess. Spike seems better. Okay, let's see. Scarf, throw up with flower and crap with empty. I'm just checking that we have the same team right now. This is what I have.
Okay.
That seems correct.
I'm looking it over. Encore self round. Yeah, looks correct. I was curious
Okay,
about your
nice.
Tinkatink spread, but I'm running the same one.
Yeah, I just assume that's like the most standard you can go with when you go with 14. No, you go with 16 speeds.
Right.
I don't think doing anything other than 16 speed is worth it at the moment with how the Wallaby metagame is currently.
Yeah.
Unless unless somehow you can live a Terra Blast ground at +2 from +2 Wallaby with like 16 speed F, but I don't think you can. Let me check that actually, just real quick. I still want to go with, I still think Timid Encore is better, but see, Ground, Terra Blast, +2 versus Tink. That's the utility, that's a slow one. Now it just dropped like 100%. Why did I even bother copying that? Ooh, Dennywise, he's actually a decent player.
Yeah.
He should start signing up for team tournaments or in general just tournaments so that he gets more publicity. Would be fun to see him in like LCPL.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, remember me and Fu in the back. Actually, do we want me and Fu in the back here? Because yeah, what we
I
want to
expect lead Volibee.
bait him. Probably gonna be lead Wallaby, yeah, or a lead Delicate, or a lead Trapinch. I think he's one of the guys who likes to lead Trapinch just to force moves, you know. And if so, we do want to have. He doesn't have rocks unless that Trapinch is rocks, which is nice.
I'm gonna disguise Zorua as Mienfu.
Yeah, do that. Are you leading Sora? Because I think leading Sora is the correct play here.
Leading
Okay,
Tink.
that's okay. That worked out. That worked out. Oh, you have Balloon. We should probably be a Violite, so we don't just drop to hidden power. No, so just don't drop to like Heat Wave, doing us in with the Wallaby.
Oh, that wasn't good. This is Zorua. I
Oh,
could
that's
trick
fine. He's
this.
not gonna click. Yeah, he's not clicking first impression. He's not clicking first impression. You can just U-turn. You can simply U-turn here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's fine because we have the tick.
Let me
This
change
guy's gonna
this to a
suck
violet.
here, though. Yeah.
Hmm. That's not good.
Yeah, as mentioned.
I think I Terra and
That's kind of why I hate. I don't think you need to Terra yet because we. Oh, right. It's faster than us. But still, I don't think you necessarily need to. How much was that? Does that indicate it being a? Okay, so it's a special attacker, which means that it is nasty plot. I don't think Terraing actually gets you out of range though. That's the problem.
oh yeah.
Yeah, 68% chance to KO. So yeah, kind of why I don't like air balloon. That's fine. We have it's fine. Just like click encore in case he goes for in case he goes for nasty blood because here we have the option to go me and Fu. You don't die to an air slash.
Because we have Spadef. I like that. In comes Krogunk. No, Elekid. I go Toad.
Good switch. Good switch.
Get my spike
It's a
up.
very good switch for us. Oh damn. He just went straight for the fucking damage. We can go into our La Vesta. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think I U-turn here.
Yeah. Good U-turn.
And into Zorua.
We should have gone. Well, that actually works if U-turn kills.
Let me calc. It does. 93%.
90% chance to kill.
Yep.
Yeah. Go for it.
Crits anyway. I'm gonna go Mienfu just to get my regen up.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's also the best deterrent we have against Trapinch. Everything else, like bar La Vesta, everything else just gets Trapinch in for free.
Yeah. I like knock.
Now I'm wondering. I'm not sure if knocking is the right play, depending on. I think it's better for us to go U-turn into Sorua because it's not clicking the fighting move, expecting Krogan. No, expecting Lavas. It's gonna fight up. Yeah, because now you just encore. He's gonna click either Sucker Punch. Yeah. And now you go into Gothita.
Yep.
Encore. Now you trick.
Maybe we put CM on this Gatita.
Yeah, we can consider it. And
I think
now we either like he's stuck in a sucker punch loop at this point. Like he's gonna switch or keep spamming sucker punch. So we have
can't switch.
we can freely go into Mienfu, for
Mienfu
example, and get free kills.
and Sword Stance.
Because Mienfu is not gonna take any damage at this point. Yeah, you can just sword stance and then move in.
A U-turn here.
I click knock.
Okay.
He can't do any damage to us, and that removes. Yeah, okay, so he can't do any damage to us. At which point, now we U-turn.
Back into Zorua.
And we probably.
No
I'm wondering
Larth.
if we go Toad School because at this point it's worth absolutely nothing, and we don't want to give him a first impression.
Okay.
Because Krogan acids, Totodile will just straight up KO us, and so will this, and so we don't need Totodile anymore. And now we can go probably go Meanfree and Glicknock.
I like Larvesta and Trailblaze.
Also works, but there's a high chance that he's got Stone Edge.
Well, what about Terra Grass Trailblaze?
First impression.
Yeah,
So actually, you know what, Larvesta might be the one we want to Terra at this rate, regardless. Unless we want no.
it's too late.
Oh fuck, we could have actually Terra'd Sorua, but yeah, this works.
Okay.
Trailblaze.
Rock Slide.
As long as we make sure that we are at high enough HP when getting like the next kill, we're gonna be good. So we can go for another Trailblaze, or actually whatever. We did. And now we just go for U-turn. Do we go U-turn or do we go Morning Sun?
I'm Morning Sun.
He's gonna poison me, you know that, right? Okay, but that's not okay, so we can either go well, no, that was not that's gonna give him a free kill, but that's fine. Shit, okay. 24, he's probably 23, right? Which means that HP document 23, 24, 24. Is it 24? Is he 21? He's just 21, which means that he'll be at yeah, okay, so you want die to 2 run, so yeah.
Oh, I'm trapped.
That's you. Yeah, you're trapped.
Oops.
Why did you?
Terrible misplay.
I should not take my eyes off the screen. This was kind of one if we didn't do that. Yeah, we can do this, and then we can just trick Scarf the total.
I'm throwing.
Well, so we had that more or less guaranteed one. If we just like kill the trap inch, got into Gathita, trick is no, we already tricked the Scarf. Never mind. That's not.
Okay. I'm fine with losing Elo.
I forgot with. Yeah, because yeah,
That's unfortunate.
Sora without speed is at +1, so we will always have the option to like just go there, click Encore, and get the lineup that we wanted.
You're right, yeah. Because we have Scarf Encore.
Yeah.
I should have
Could
saw
even
that
like
line.
we don't even have to like. Yeah. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah, gotta make mistakes sometimes.
Sometimes you gotta make mistakes. I was paying attention to HP sheets, so.
Oh, you forfeited.
Okay. Yeah, it's understandable. I do that too if I saw Sorua.
Thanks for coming on, by the way. I'm having fun.
You're good. Thank you for having me. This ended up a lot, like this team ended up a lot better than I anticipated it could be. I did think the Sorrow was gonna be like, yeah, this is gonna be something that we run like once just for fun on ladder and nothing like. This is something I'm probably gonna start. I'm probably gonna use this today in because I got my LC Open game.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you make sure to not publish this specifically today, aka Monday, that would be good for me.
Okay, I'll wait to post it.
Appreciate it.
It is kind of nasty.
Yeah. It's I like shit like that. Where it's like you have a lot of like weird text to play around with that all can give you a decent advantage if you know how to abuse them properly.
Yeah.
Things are like ants a skill gap in that kind of sense, you know, like seeing
That's,
potential art encore lines, trick lines, shit like that.
I like it
And
because our,
illusion's such a fun
Mhm,
ability.
for
Hmm?
sure. Our Zorua can disguise as multiple things and still keep the disguise, like knock off U-turn, trick, encore. Those are moves that our entire team has.
Yeah.
It's like it really plays into illusion. I like that. Would you like to roll another?
I would, yeah, but I also need to take a bathroom break first.
Okay, sure.
Mm. But you can probably just try to load in another, and I'll just be back when probably
Gotcha.
like mid game.
Okay, sure. Let's see if I can find the game. Okay. Oh, we've got two games now. Let's do the same thing. Mud break comes in. You have a plan for this. Go Toad immediately. I think we just spike here. Because we have the Tinkatink.
Ah, there's still no games?
I'm in 2 at the same time.
Oh, perfect. Invite me. I'll sit back and pretend like I know everything and not do anything correctly.
Well, it'll be better than what I'm doing.
Yeah, one. Okay. Oh, you're against Smokes. Oh, that
Yeah.
is such a fire matchup. And then Shreyash. Oh, okay. Yeah, so you just found some. You asked them to play, I suppose.
Yes,
This
I did.
can't be ladder. Yeah. Oh, that's the wrong one. I'm just importing set so I have the right cocks. Gonna take a little bit of time. That's probably gonna be a correct one, but yeah. And then specifically here, you're at the top actually. Okay. Which one are you trying to focus on? Let's see,
I'm trying to play
makes
both
you've
at the
got a
same
spike up
time.
already, which is nice. Yeah. And you've got 2 spikes up against Trey. Oh, and she's oh, I love the team she's running though. But yeah, that's default Wallaby, so spikes aren't that efficient. How did she get that one though? It's like one of my favorite teams. That's an unfortunate poison.
Yeah.
I guess that's like one of the main issues with the team. We don't have a very good way of dealing with fungus bar, like getting in Tink on a sludge bomb and clicking encore.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's gonna spin, but we can spin block if you want, which is nice. Do we need? I don't. But the Wallaby burned and that being revealed physical, I think that tearing with the Tink into the Shrew is a good play.
Okay. I'll
Just
knock.
Terra and click knock. Yeah. And then you encore.
Okay.
Because it doesn't matter if he decides to like switch out now. At least the Sunshrew is knocked and coming off, and we'll have the option to spin block again with Tink later. That's like the beauty, like with hazards up, even if you miss the encore and them predicting it and switching out, it's like, yeah, but you're still taking hazard chip. That's the general idea behind spikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, here goes Tink, and like, it's not gonna matter. Like, we could just go straight into Toad School, click Earth Power or Rapid Spin. Let's see, back to the Shrey game.
Or I could get
You killed
another
the Fungus
spike.
with a Flabblitz. You could get another spike. I don't know how much, because the second spike is usually not valuable, but the third one usually is. You could go, yeah, you could go spikes and then Earth Power, honestly. Go spikes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and spikes is going to be much more valuable, like seeing, slow food. Okay, good to know, good to know. That's 23 or 24 HP. Seeing as it came to 87. Well, it could be 22 actually too, and not 24. 87. 87 to 82 means that it is specifically it's 22 HP food, so it might actually still be fast.
The U-turn's here, right?
He clicks U-turn, yeah. Oh, he clicked knock. Okay, okay, that's still fine. That's also good. Um, Honestly, just stay in and click Earth Power, get the damage, or stay in and click spikes. That's also an option. But yeah, the damage is gonna be good. Against this Meowth, we just trap it with Gothita after it gets this kill. If it, well, he clicks U-turn, he clicks U-turn.
Okay.
So it doesn't actually matter. Yeah, that game is kind of fucked. I think he has a guaranteed win at this point. I don't think
You
there's
can
anything we can do. That's slow food, by the way.
choke.
You can choke. I'm not sure he can, actually. Wait, it's Shrey is... I don't actually know the gender.
I think it's he. I'm not sure.
Can check Discord. They might have... They might have pronouns in their bio. S. Why am I scrolling like that when I can just like search from specific user Shrey Ashley? Because I always like kind of read it as like Shrey Ashley, and so just assumed she actually him. Okay, yeah, no, he's a man. He's a dude. Which
Confirm.
is funny to say because I usually assume that people are male. Here's Mudbray, so we just click Energy Ball probably.
Yep.
It doesn't even kill. Fuck. Well, the Mercs game is at least going good.
Yep.
Gothita was dragged out. Oh shit. Okay, so I guess it is chokeable then. Well, it still isn't, gives me info and stuff. Stunky just wins this 100% for them.
I believe it.
So I believe. But here's trick hoping they sucker. And that would be our win condition, I suppose. Or like Thunderbolt Para actually is more so. Yeah, whatever. Okay, that was a nice trading kiss on their end. Why did you go Tinkatink on their Tinkatink? Okay, don't mind. I guess that makes sense. But at the same time, like they're just gonna out damage us. So this is a losing position. Us losing, I don't know how you lost Larvesta earlier, but losing Larvesta versus Shrew plus Tinkatink is a problem because Larvesta is the best answer into like Terrad, Tinkatink.
Yeah. I'm not playing my best. I'll be honest.
It's fair. It's late at night for you. You're excused.
It's actually early
I'm
in the
just pointing
morning.
out mistakes that I didn't make. Yeah, that's actually more correct, I suppose. But oh, good para, good para. That's the win con. That's the win condition.
Okay, you want to roll again?
Yeah, I could do that.
For Brawler. For Brawler's pretty good.
A brawler?
Yeah.
I'm not seeing it, but I'm not in the game yet.
Oh, I meant rolling in chat, in LC chat.
Ah. Oh, they are talking about. Oh, yeah, rolling. Oh, like that. Yeah. Oh. Oh, I was gonna go outside and try to enjoy the sun for a little bit. I figured while it's still up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
But I appreciate it though. But yeah, Carboller is pretty good. They used to do some good fight spam with that. Doesn't even have to be fight spam. It's just a good like bulk up mon for if you need a speedy one instead of timber. Having coverage for both Marini and Fungus and being fast is also really fucking good. I don't know why we haven't started utilizing that better. Animal control.
I like this team.
I'm quite happy with it, yeah. For the record, if you want to win this, you need to keep Tinker Tick alive for the mean food, which now is not, I think.
Okay.
Oh, never mind, you had a Gothita at full health. Never mind, we're good.
This is Zorua.
That is Zora. Never mind, we're bad. Encore? Okay. Because if it Encore the Synthesis, you could have healed back up with Draining Kiss.
Okay. Yeah, I lose.
Yeah. That's fine. As long as I'm going to be able to play it well. Because I had it's actually kind of perfect because I have like 2 teams planned against Incognition for LC Open. I do not have a third one planned. I was like, if it gets to it, I'll grab something, I guess. But for the most part, I don't want to do that. And so now having this is gonna be like the game 1 team, and then game 2 I'll be bringing Special Gurky, and then game 3 I'm bringing Restock Mudbray.
Nice.
Because he does not deserve to have fun at the game, I suppose. I don't know. I think that's generally that's the sentiment you go in with when you use Restock Mudbray.
Right.
But also that
Well,
thing is so fucking good, and like when you just need to like randomly win the game, it's not consistent enough for like laddering, I feel. But for just like solo tournament games, just some matchups you just like instant win with that fucking thing.
yeah, it's pretty
So
good.
so underutilized.
I can't believe they took
But
it
yeah, I'm
off
gonna
of the
grab
game.
my book and go outside.
All right.
Yeah,
Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it.
see ya.
Bye.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Ciao.